I, Amos Nyaribo, do solemnly swear that the evidence that I shall give before this committee, in respect of the matters before the committee, shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
There was a requirement that those responses were to be sent in good time to allow you to go through and to prepare a brief to the committee. Have you been able to scrutinize the responses?
The responses were brought yesterday, 25th March, the physical copies that were received at our head office. Admittedly, we got an advanced soft copy, of which there were no sufficient attachments for us to do the verification. Our understanding is that some of the annexures were going to change to conform to the responses that have been tabled before the committee. So, Chair, in that respect, we have not been able to verify conclusively on the matters. And we have indicated that the issues are as per the report of the Office of the Auditor General.
We had forwarded an earlier soft copy, but there were some issues which made us delay, particularly so many Senate committee meetings, particularly the last 1 or 2 weeks. So we apologize for that.
Who is inviting him to appear? The county assembly must be operational. The question we are asking as a committee is, you got invitations from a clerk on behalf of the assembly. What harm would it do to you if you responded? Because we're having a situation where the county assembly is telling us, you have refused to forward documents to the office. What damage would it have caused you if you complied and forwarded the documents, as your county attorney is saying?
Because the things that are before me here are dated 17th of March. And if they're dated 17th of March, how come the Auditor General is only getting them on the 25th of March? Now, remember, I started by saying that we have constitutional timelines. Article 2293 requires us to consider, debate this report within 3 months. And we intend to strictly comply with that. In the absence of verified responses by the Auditor General, what other option, because we cannot do the audit here. It is the Auditor General who's on the ground. It's the Auditor General who's a technical person, who's a professional, who can assure us that the 15 pages of issues that he had raised have now been addressed. But in the absence of that, we would probably just end up adopting the report of the Auditor General as is and make recommendations for investigations and prosecutions and subsequent follow-up.
So one would want to know why this anomaly that is so blatant, because this is something that has been intentionally been done, because the governor has given some very funny reasons that he was engaged in some committees here and there. But of course, I don't think whether this committee is going to consume that kind of allegation. So I think, Chair, with that kind of understanding, we may not be able to, because you know the auditors are the prosecutors of this matter, and they have no information on what we are going to prosecute.
You know, a few years ago we were talking about, demolition taking root, new constitutional dispensation. That's many years ago. You cannot have a situation where a sitting governor, the chief executive of a county government, delivers before Parliament a document that needs to be processed for several weeks. He delivers it today and expects the Senate to engage and make recommendations on the same day. Chair, I agree with you.
Governor, you are embarrassing all of us. Because these senators here, they are governors. None of them subjected their senator to the embarrassment that you are placing us into as the people of Nyamira. As the chairs put to write it, your documents were prepared on 17th. In fact, if you sought my help as your senator, I would have come to Nyamira, picked them and delivered them to the auditor. If only to save my county from the embarrassment that you are subjecting us to. Because it's better we discuss on details of the issues. But on non-performance from your end, you are CEC's chief officers. You can't deliver documents to the auditor in time. Governor, is there something you're hiding you don't want the auditors to see on the expenditure of money from the county of Nyamira?
We had filed the soft copy in good time. It's only the pictures which took time to take fresh, good pictures of the projects in issue. I plead with you, Chairman, and the committee to accept our written submissions. We have nothing to hide. The auditors can come and verify.
Governor, how possible is that when the auditor has not had the opportunity to review? Because if you had filed everything on time, the auditor had verified and done a brief to this committee, that is when you'd be talking about that nature of request.
The soft copy had been filed. It's only the pictures which were not attached.